Good evening, guys. Um, Welcome to Poetry Corner, and thank you for joining me. Now we're off back to Topsy Tickle Town. I was just pointing that way, I don't know why. Maybe that's where it is, Topsy Tickle. And this is part 9. Part 9 of Topsy Tickle Town, and it's called The Gloompluckers' Crumbly Secret. So let's find out what the secret is, guys. All shall be revealed. The Gloomplucker loomed over Topsy Tickle Town like a thundercloud made of misery, drizzle, and undercooked porridge. His cloak swirled with shadows, his boots dragged gloom across the cobblestones, and his long, spindly fingers clutched that dreadful, gloom-plucking umbrella, which could allegedly siphon joy with a single whip. Everyone trembled, everyone hid, everyone whimpered, except Madame Tillytalk. She stood defiantly in the square, hands on hips, her feathers trembling with righteous indignation. "Now see here," she said boldly, and pointed her laced umbrella at him. "You will not pluck a single gloom in my town without proper authorization and a freshly ironed permit." The gloom plucker blinked. No one had ever spoken to him like that before. Suddenly, a crumble fell off him. Not a shadowy crumb, not a bit of gloom, an actual honest-to-goodness crumb of pastry. Madame Tillytalk narrowed her eyes. "Is that a flake of pie crust?" The gloom plucker coughed sharply and stepped back. No. Another crumble fell, then another. Then a large, unmistakable chunk tumbled off his cloak and landed with a soft thump. It was pastry dough. Captain Wobbleboots gasped. Professor Fumblepops fainted sideways into a flower pot. Princess Gigglepants shrieked, "He's crumbling!" Madame Tillytalk marched closer. You aren't made of darkness," she said slowly. "You are held together by pastry." The gloom plucker froze. Everyone stared. A breeze drifted through the square, carrying the unmistakable scent of butter and flaky crust. "Oh, my stars," Madame Tillytalk whispered. "You're not a monster, you're a living pie." The gloom plucker let out a defeated groan. "Fine," he snapped, throwing down his umbrella with a pastry clonk. Yes, I am made of pastry." Another flake drifted off. "I was once the royal pastry chef of Gloomsbury," he confessed. "I baked the kingdom's largest comfort pie, but I tripped, fell in the dough, and was baked inside it by accident." So Stumblepants whispered, "That's oddly tragic." The gloom plucker continued dramatically. "Ever since my crust has been fragile, my filling unstable, and wherever people laugh too loud, I crumble. Crumble." A tiny bit of his elbow fell off. He sighed. "I became a gloom plucker because gloom doesn't shake me apart. Laughter does. Joy does. Cheerfulness is my doom." Madame Tillytalk's stern face softened. "Oh, you poor pastry-based dear," she said gently. Princess Gigglebants stepped forward. "So, if it's too much joy makes you crumble, what do you want from us?" The gloom plucker unshyly. "I just wanted a quiet place to exist without being accidentally snacked on." Half the townsfolk discreetly hid spoons. Madame Tillytalk placed a firm hand on his crumbly shoulder. "Well then, sir, you don't need to steal our giggles. We simply need to reinforce your structure." Captain Wobbleboots blinked. "Meaning?" Madame Tillytalk straightened her out. "We must rebake the gloom plucker with better crust, proper support, and no falling into pies this time." The crowd gasped. The gloom plucker trembled like a souffle. You'd do that for me?" Madame Tillytalk nodded grandly. No gloomy being, pastry or otherwise, shall crumble in Topsy Tickle Town." And there you go, guys. So join me tomorrow evening for part 10, the rebaking of the gloom plucker. The gloom plucker. So after all that, he's made of pastry. He's made of pastry, guys. So Join me tomorrow then, guys, and we'll see the rebaking of a Gloomplucker Part 10. But join me tomorrow morning. We're going back to Greycliff for the lighthouse keeper's tale. I better drink some coffee, guys. That's better. Lovely. Yeah, join me tomorrow morning, Wednesday, and we'll go back to Greycliff for a lighthouse keeper's tale, chapter 16, and it's called A Candle in the Window. So there you go, guys. Join me for that tomorrow, and we're back to Topsy Tickle in the evening to see the rebaking of the Gloomplucker. So there you go, guys. It's all happening. So we're going to get a breakfast sea air in the morning and a bit of bacon in the afternoon, in the evening, guys. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me in Poetry Corner. The dogs abandoned me. They're barking at the gate. Anyone who dares to pass by Topsy Tickle Town Manor, they'll bark at them. So here you go, guys. Take care now. Stay blessed and stay safe. Have a very nice evening, and thank you for joining me to listen to Topsy Tickle Town of the Gloompluckers Crumbly Secret. There you go, guys. Take care now and join me tomorrow. Bye bye now. Sleep nice. Bye bye.